Interpersonal communication is vital for building and maintaining functioning relationships in our lives. Without it, conflict is bound to occur and relationships are bound to falter. Many theories about interpersonal communication present reasons for why communication is so vital for success and how communication helps us gain meaningful relationships in our lives today. These theories additionally give us insight into why we strive to communicate effectively and the benefits communication can give us, especially in regards to conflict. One of these theories is uncertainty reduction theory. In our textbook, it is defined as a theory that states that when we meet people, we strive to find out the unknowns about each other. So when two strangers meet, it's common for them to want to know things about each other. In the process of finding out things about each other, like attitudes, personalities, likes and dislikes, this helps us avoid later conflicts with that person. So say that you know that this person doesn't like a certain topic to talk about, you're not going to bring it up later because that's going to cause a conflict. So through this process, people can find shared points of view and common goals, which helps them relate over the long run. This process also, in this process, it's very common for people to manipulate how they present each other, to present themselves. This is another way to avoid conflict because if someone can manipulate how they present themselves, they're able to portray someone who isn't as abrasive, maybe, or someone who doesn't cause as many fights with others. This theory is closely related to social penetration theory as well, which is the theory that states that the more a relationship progresses over time, the more willing the participants are to share intimate knowledge about themselves. So in a romantic relationship, for example, the closer they become with each other, the more they've been together, they're going to share personal information about each other that they wouldn't share with a stranger or a boss or somebody like that. This desire to know more about someone could come alongside a desire to avoid conflict by learning more about them. So the more you want to learn about someone, the more you don't want to fight with them. Or it could come as a result of a conflict, one that resulted from not knowing enough about somebody else. So you might have had a fight with someone because you brought something up that you weren't supposed to. So you maybe want to progress the relationship further and find out more intimate knowledge about that person. These two theories are also closely related to social information processing theory, which explains that there is often a point that a relationship reaches in which we no longer want to share more information with the other person. This can again be a way to avoid future conflict, or it could be the result of a conflict that by two individuals in a relationship. This conflict can be so bad that the individuals just don't want the relationship to progress any further, and they don't want to share any more information with that other person. And that's where that theory kind of comes into play here. Conflict management presents a list of ways in which individuals react to conflict in relationships. This includes withdrawing, accommodating, forcing, negotiating, and collaborating. Collaboration provides consistently positive results. This is something that I personally strive for in my relationships because it takes equal effort from both parties. So it's not a one-sided effort, it's teamwork. So with collaboration from both sides, you're able to come to an agreed conclusion, one that you're both okay with, and you're able to move forward in a positive direction in your relationship. So conflict will arise in every relationship at some point in time. It's often unavoidable as conflict is a result of dependence, which is a marker of a relationship. Two people are dependent on each other. There's going to be conflict because you care about each other enough to have conflict. It's important to resolve these issues as quickly and efficiently as possible, but sometimes that's just not possible. If strong communication skills are missing from a relationship, conflicts are likely, and sometimes they won't get resolved at all, which can just cause even more conflict or unresolved issues, which will cause turmoil in a relationship. Resolution is something that can be attained, however, by all people in all relationships if interpersonal communication is something that individuals are willing to work at and become their very best